Right, you're Kaylin Salazar. And Ms. Salazar is on probation in cause number 24, DCCR 2234, and that is for a misdemeanor offense or a case that was reduced to a misdemeanor. It's an unadjudicated probation. She was placed on that probation April 21st of this year. And it was a criminal mischief that was reduced to an attempted criminal mischief. A motion to revoke has been filed, or motion to revoke unadjudicated probation. It alleges a DWI from August 23rd of 2025. It alleges a failure to report in August, failure to perform community service, behind in court assessed fees, that she admitted to using alcohol in violation of her probation, August 23rd of 2025.
Everything changes with one sentence. A probationer stands before justice. Past missteps rising like storm clouds. Missed reports, fees, alcohol admission, and a new DWI tighten tension as silence falls.
That she has not completed a cognitive thinking class as ordered. And in addition, we have a pending felony case of assault on a peace officer with an offense date prior to her getting the probation in this case. And so that's not alleged, and it's standing, I guess, on its own at this point. Mr. Kemmler has filed a motion asking that I set a bond in the misdemeanor probation case where she's on an unadjudicated probation. Mr. Nichols, what's the state's position on that?
Your Honor, in addition to the two cases before you, she has two separate DWIs that are pending lab results that have not yet been filed. One is from March and predates this probation. One is from is what's listed in the motion. It looks like the only thing holding her is the bond on this case, and if she's in light of those arrests and
Then, consequences deepen. Pending charges and missing classes surface, revealing a pattern the court can't ignore. 2 more DW is under lab review shadow every plea, raising stakes and uncertainty ahead.
what's alleged in the motion, if she's going to be granted a bond, ask that be interlock. And
I would suggest she not be allowed to operate a motor vehicle, period, instead of an interlock. If she does have the interlock, I don't think she needs to be at all. But she wants to go into rehab, Your Honor, and that's really the purpose of me trying to get her a bond. Where have you talked about?
Well, and here's the thing, you don't get to pick all of that. She's on probation, so that has to go through probation. In addition, we have another case pending that, depending on the length of everything, I'm not just going to put off. And so obviously if there needs to be some rehab, then I'm all for that under the right circumstances. But if you make a bond, you can't just go off somewhere without it being approved by probation and ultimately by me, so that we know what that is, where it is, and what that means with regard to that assault on a peace officer.
But hope flickers in chaos. Talk of rehab collides with strict probation limits and a serious pending assault case. Freedom hangs by paperwork, approval, and a judge's cautious patience today.
That's her intent. She does recognize that she has an alcohol problem. I've talked to her extensively about that.
Hold on a second. So, Mr. Nichols, any other input?
if it's not going to be, and I agree that maybe her not driving at all is probably the best course, but there needs to be some sort of monitoring, like a scram or something along those lines.
I agree. So what I'm going to do, Ms. Salazar, in cause number 24, DCCR 2234, is to grant that request for me to set a bond. I'm going to set the bond at $10,000.
Still, accountability arrives. Recognition of addiction meets stern conditions and tense silence. Monitoring, no driving, and a $10,000 bond set the path forward. Fragile but undeniably real before her eyes.
Condition of that bond is you are not allowed to drive anything, no vehicle, period, ever. You will be required to wear a scram device. Obviously, if that tests positive for alcohol, then you will be in violation of your bond conditions. That bond's going to get raised, and you'll be able to wait all this out while you're in jail while it gets sorted out. Do you understand? Any other conditions?
I think that should cover it.
Okay, and so what I'll do then is we'll reset, a normal reset, and see what we need to do on this, obviously, as well as the other pending felony.
And then she needs to report to her probation officer as soon as you make bond.
Yeah, you're still on probation, so go straight to your probation officer, talk to them about what you need or can do, and then go from there. Okay.
And stay in touch with your bondsman.
You can go back, yeah.
Now, a final warning echoes. No driving, constant monitoring, and probations. Wait, follow her steps. Freedom demands discipline. Let this reminder guide whose choices shape futures. Stand accountable. Choose better today.